good day. This 52nd day, meaningful moments, 365 days. So a meaningful moment came for me today as I was doing some cleaning in some of those places that we don't normally get to, and it was a ew kind of moment. And what came to me was that, sometimes we're pretty good about taking care of our stuff and, cleaning up the messes and that kind of stuff. And, we have different experiences that bring that awareness to us. And then even with that awareness, we still find these places or these corners that still need some cleaning up. And that's what happened today when, through previous moves, I know that when we get down to the wire, it's going to be a matter of doing the things that I don't like to do. And it's interesting because I've been sharing different things that I do like about moving, but what I don't like to do is cleaning the oven, cleaning the refrigerator. And it's interesting because even though my awareness has been, don't wait to the last minute, kind of keep up with it, because then the impact won't hit me so strongly. But we make our choices. And suddenly today, we had already cleaned the oven out, and my husband was so dear because he's like, you do that a lot of the time when we're moving, let me clean the oven this time, and he did. And then all of a sudden I remembered, oh yeah, I remember the last time we didn't lift the very top of the stove top to get inside there. And same with the fridge. It's like, oh yeah, I've been like keeping up with that, but then there's those little corners back in there that don't quite get to all the time. And when I lifted that stovetop, it was like the whole side was like caked with guck. And I was like, ew. And I was like, oh man. And I was like, how could that have happened, why wasn't I aware of that kind of thing? Like, now I'm going to have to really scrub. Same with the fridge. There was these corners that I didn't quite get to. And, there's nothing really horrible about that except that the impact is stronger because I got to spend more time and I got to do some more elbow grease inside there and that kind of thing. But it was so interesting to me that even though I've had awareness, and that awareness has grown because I've had previous experiences that have shown me the impact of, avoiding something or, kind of pushing it down or aside or get back to it later kind of thing, or even just getting like pleasantly accustomed to it. Like a lot of people recently that I've talked to are like, oh, I never could move now. Maybe they're my age, maybe they lived somewhere for 20 years or 30 years or whatever. They're like, oh, no, never, And I feel like for me, it's good to get into those dusty cobwebs and clean up those areas. And it reminds me that regular maintenance is important for me so that I can be making choices, and the impact of those choices will be more along the lines of what is more easygoing, more pleasant for me, rather than, now I gotta really sit here and scrub the heck out of this thing, sweat coming down, that kind of thing. And it's unpleasant, like, ugh. But it was a meaningful moment to remember that, and I had to kind of chuckle at myself for thinking that I was so aware and staying on top of it, and then realizing there's always more. There's more depth, more layers, more going in, and it's okay. This is how we learn. So for, in whatever way we encounter that, the maintenance of our thoughts, of our feelings, of things we do, patterns that we have, understanding if there are things that we do out of complacency, habit, things that we deny, things that we don't want to attend to, stubbornness, all those things that we encounter with our different experiences are all so meaningful. And I was thankful that that awareness came to me today. And the way that I can counter that is to be more present in that knowing, to keep it real, to keep it right in the space that I'm in, and keep that willingness go in, to attend to what needs to be aware of the choices and the impact they'll have upon me. And for that, I'm so thankful. Blessings on your day today. Whatever it is that you're facing, whatever choices you're making, just know that you have the grit, you have the stamina, you have the knowing to take care of things. Blessings.